Cool. Really cool.
Every 10 or 15 years, a film is produced that is so overwhelming, so forceful in its impact, that it becomes deeply embedded in the mind.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
Appreciate your choosing our theater. And to make this experience more enjoyable for everyone, we hope you'll refrain from talking during the show. Enjoy the movie. Thank you.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. We have very active lifestyles. It's not all wandering the countryside aimlessly or scaring passing motorists. And we all love a good cup of joe. And there's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. Bold, robust, delicious. It's coffee that can wake the dead. With over a dozen different roasts and flavors, Deadly Grounds can satisfy the most finicky of coffee addicts. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching Still Toking with. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have an awesome show scheduled for you, as always, and we have Mr. Benjamin.
Yo, caught me on my phone. Yeah, I'm super psyched about tonight. I'm just going to leave it there. I just want to get into it.
Okay. Sounds good. Jeffrey!
Happy Wednesday. It's been raining for 3 fucking days. I'm sick of the wet weather.
Oh, I love the wet weather.
But tomorrow's going to be gorgeous. Right? That's what I hear.
Well, it's New
Tomorrow's gonna be
England. It could
gorgeous.
change.
You know? So I'm going to go out and play with some wood. We got a great show for you tonight. I've been looking at this and thinking, how can I really fuck this up? But you know what? I'm going to try not to. Let's welcome the Birdman, Falk Hentschel.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. It's getting cold over here. We just switched from summer to winter in a day in Oregon. So,
Yeah, right.
Winter is coming.
Oh, I'm not looking forward to it.
I love it.
And Ben, you're muted.
There we go.
That's better.
There you go.
I said
Not
you
that we
actually
want to listen to you, but you know.
Hey, Leo, you can mute him anytime you want tonight. Just
No.
saying. But you like winter, from what I understand.
Yeah, skiing.
I was going to say you like to ski.
Cross country, tooling around with the Jeep, getting stuck in the snow. There's something cozy about it. You know, I lived in LA for 14 years. It just gets boring, you know, like if it's the same all year long, you just don't appreciate it. So this is like, I just like the change, I think.
Right.
I'll get tired of the winter, don't get me wrong, but by that time, it's like spring is here, and then it's something
Well,
new.
it gives you something to look forward to. That's the thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah,
I love chopping wood.
The only thing you get stuck in LA is the traffic.
Yes, every day.
And there's
Well, I could think of a couple other things like you could get stuck in LA, but I'm not going to mention them.
and there's something calming about like a nice fresh coat of snow, you know. It's you got
right.
Just the it's like it absorbs the sound. It's extra quiet.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to meditate. It does it for you.
Yeah, totally.
And everything is clean.
Yeah.
It just looks clean.
As long as you don't eat.
Maybe not in New York.
That's true.
Well, that's true. As soon as snow hits the ground in New York, it just turns brown and black anyway. So,
yeah.
You said you like chopping wood.
I do like chopping wood.
Nice.
It's an odd thing to like, but I was really excited when I left LA and I finally had a house that had space for a wood chopper, and got myself an axe and just wood chopping and snow shoveling.
Nice. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
No, I actually love to chop wood.
Right?
Yeah,
I used to.
It's still meditative.
You know?
Makes you feel manly.
Now it hurts, you know.
You know, what do you use to split wood with? Use a split maul, or do you just use a regular axe?
Just regular axe, but like a heavier one for, you know, bigger chunks and a lighter one for just firewood.
I picked up myself one of them double-sided Paul Bunyan ones. I love that thing.
Just like butter.
Well, what you do is, like, you know how sometimes you'll get it stuck, right?
Yeah.
Put another log on and use the other side.
Oh, I've never done that.
Oh.
That makes sense. You got more weight, and now it's easier to chop.
And it'll split both of them. It's awesome.
Nice.
I love playing with wood.
Don't we all?
When
Oh my.
growing
See
up,
that, Leo?
no, I was just gonna say, growing up on a farm, my dad built a wood chopper out of with a hydraulic press. So he would just throw the log on there, and
That's just lazy, though.
It's smart.
No, because dude, the amount of wood that we chopped, I mean, we would go logging for, you know, a couple weekends, get several cord.
Right.
You know, and
yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
I split wood for a campfire, not to heat my house.
oh yeah, no.
That's true.
We did it to heat the house. And but you know, it was fun growing up, you know, we'd get a truckload of wood and, you know, driving down the highway, he'd put me in the back of the truck to hold down the wood, you know.
He was like, let me see how many bumps I can hit.
Yeah.
No, he's still here. He's still here.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
How did we derail this so
now you know
fast?
what we're like, Falk.
I love it.
Yeah, we derail real
It's
quick.
like hanging out with the boys. I love it.
Yeah.
You know?
Before we get into it, for everybody watching or listening, definitely check showing us up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us, for our amazing guest. And you have a new movie that came out just recently, Swap Me Baby. That's out on VOD. Is it getting a physical release?
No, it's not. We didn't go to theaters. I think we might be doing Blu-rays a little bit. But no, we started on Amazon and iTunes and all that, and then in October, just now, we released on Tubi and some of the other AVOD, right? I always mix up SVOD and AVOD. AVOD.
It's on one of them,
Okay.
folks.
Yeah, you know,
Right,
they're
right.
on both now, so there you go.
All right, that's cool. Yeah. Is that a full-length feature?
It's a full-length feature. It's a good old body swap concept, but we wanted to do an adult version of it. So you got on one hand this more uptight, very busy real estate lady, and on the other hand, a mushroom tripping, long curly haired gigolo, French gigolo, and they get pregnant by accident. The movie is about them having to figure out how to be parents, and they swap bodies. So I play the lady in my body, and my baby mama, who was pregnant at the time, 8 months, she plays the French mushroom tripping gigolo for most of the movie. It was a blast. One of the best times I've had on a set. That is fucked up in so many ways.
Fucked up.
First thing we wondered is, when do we show this to our son, and do we ever?
Right? So it is on
Actually,
Tubi. I'm
yeah.
gonna watch. I'm gonna have to watch that. That sounds
Yeah,
like a
check
lot
it out.
of
It's
fun.
really fun. It's a really fun rom-com, and you know, we produced it right after the election. Not talking about politics, but just timeline. COVID was at its height at that time, and we're like, what's something that can just make people connect and have a laugh and just kind of go, you know what? There's a lot of good in life. Like, let's just get along.
And you came up with "Swap Me, Baby."
That's what we came up with. Listen, it was the pandemic. We've been locked in.
Right?
You know?
I get it.
We had to make something like.
You must be
Well, we
doing
got the-
something right, because you have a 71% on Rotten Tomatoes. So you're doing awesome.
Nice.
Right? So we actually have the trailer, don't we, Leo?
We do. Here we go.
Let's show the trailer.
How did this happen? He's,
We hit the 6.
he's an escort. The condom broke. Wait, you paid for this? I mean, no offense.
Oh, none taken.
I have something that could help you spend the weekend here. Trust me.
Welcome to the Baby Making Podcast.
I really need you to listen to this.
Something to consider, breast milk isn't vegan.
Come on now.
I'm doing all of this for our baby.
So am I.
Taking mushrooms is not planning for a baby, Philippe.
You can see the box.
Give me that.
We are something more than friends.
Oh, this trip is so weird.
I'm a mustached, half-naked French gigolo.
Bound by a border and a magical tether, the box will ensure you must work together.
I can't keep doing these stupid challenges. I would like my body back.
Forget all that. Enjoy the moment.
All I ever try to do is figure out what to do, and I still don't know what I'm doing ever.
Nobody knows what they're doing.
No matter how crazy things are around you, it's all gonna be okay.
We are something more than friends. We are something more than friends. We are something more. We are something more than friends.
Oh my God. I have a penis.
See?
Get it off.
Ah, don't flap it like that.
Oh, that's awesome.
Almost like Hawkman. You know, I figured I'd just keep going in the trajectory of my career and do that next. Why not?
Right.
That actually looks
funny where I'm at.
fucking awesome.
Just saying. Thank you.
That looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that. You
So
said
it's available on VOD right now. So if people want to like rent it on Amazon, and it's coming to Tubi, you said?
Yeah, it is on Tubi now as well.
Oh, nice. Very cool.
If you want to save your money and watch some commercials, go to Tubi.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, Leo. Appreciate
but
it.
but we suggest you watch it on VOD because films aren't free to make. I'm just saying.
That's true, but they're both income revenue. That's a whole interesting thing how films are making money these days. It's wild and difficult.
Right.
So yes,
now with Tubi, isn't it like you get paid by like how many commercials actually play on Tubi?
Yeah, I think it's like by views, how many commercials are put on, and it's one of those. I don't know their calculations. I'll find out.
Yeah.
So I noticed some really cool like moves you had going there. Was that from your background in ballroom dancing?
That
or
was
dancing, I should say.
Yeah,
I know you started with
ballroom. You went way back. That's where I started. Yeah, I mean the thing that you see in the trailer on the log, that was literally a little homage to Dirty Dancing. I don't know if anybody remembers, but yeah,
I'm old enough.
Yeah, we're all old enough.
It's a good movie. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze.
Right.
Yeah. Well, we pulled a little bit from that. Gotten older, but still got a little bit.
Right.
Nice. So are you still dancing regularly, or is it?
No, not really.
Like,
to be really honest,
no.
it's like the last real like professional dancing I did was in street dance, which was almost 10 years ago, and then after that I kind of fell off.
Okay.
It's just too hard on the body after
Yeah.
10, 15 years. It's like
Yeah, I could see that. Knees stop moving in ways that they weren't supposed to, and shit like that.
Yeah. Well, you had a decent career in dance as well because you did backup dancing for some decent names out there.
Yeah. It was my way into Hollywood. I couldn't find a direct way in Germany. We don't have there's not a lot of industry, and especially for kids.
Right.
And so because of Patrick Swayze and a lot of the other actors who had a dance training background and found their way into it, that's sort of where I landed. And then that got me to the States eventually. I was dancing for the support act of Justin Timberlake's first solo tour. And so I met the choreographers for Justin and the dancers, and they were like, come out to LA, you'd enjoy it here. And once I landed in LA, acting was to be had everywhere.
Right.
And so it was easy then to make the transition.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. So you actually made a very quick and big transition when you started acting, because didn't you debut on Arrested Development? Did I read that correctly?
That was half dance, half acting. That was, I don't know what year that was.
2005.
2005.
Good. Boom. 2005, huh? Man, 2005. My timeline's all COVID. It destroyed my sense for time. Like I don't know anymore. What year is it? Yeah, that was the first like TV gig for me, and it was based on dancing. I think we auditioned as dancers, and then we were given some lines and had these characters. That was a fun job. And then there was nothing for a while. Then I did a small show called Journeyman. Played Thug number 3, I believe, or maybe 4.
One of them.
I was one of the thugs.
One of the thugs. One of the bruisers. And then and then again nothing. It was tough, man. I couldn't quite get it done. Like I couldn't get an agent. I couldn't get any auditions for student films. I just couldn't get arrested at all. And then I actually produced a short film which gave me my first footage I could even use for reel. So my whole demo reel was just stuff from my own short film. And then my neighbor who I play poker with, Pam, if you see this, bless your heart, thank you so much. She hooked me up with my first manager. And then I got an agent, and then very quickly followed Night and Day.
Yep.
And then again, nothing after Night and Day for a while. Went back to being a stripper in Hollywood. That is a fact. Channing
it paid the bills.
Huh?
It paid the bills.
Paid the bills, and it's nighttime, so you can have your life. And it paid, paid enough to live in LA back then. Yeah, and then street dance was, I think, sort of like the real moment of like, okay, like this is a career. I don't have to strip anymore. I can, or any other job. I've been thankfully living off of that since then.
Although I just watched a trailer and you stripped in that, so
I was just going to say.
I was going to say I don't think it's out of your blood.
Right.
Listen, I'm East German. Our culture, we just like nudity. I'm just usually free balling when I can.
Nothing.
Hey.
Wait, he actually got Leo to shake his head, and I think actually Leo turned a little red there.
You said everything is a go, but politics.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's all
a go, man.
Usually it's Jeff that gets Leo to shake his head and turn red, but this time it was the guest. That's even better.
He's got a nice ass. I'm going to say that.
Thank you.
Jesus.
Where are you guys sitting, by the way? Where are you located?
Don't everybody talk at once.
I'm in Connecticut.
Connecticut?
Yep.
I'm in America's hometown, Plymouth, Mass.
Okay.
Where the Pilgrims supposedly landed.
Yep. Okay. And I'm about 20 minutes from Plymouth in a cow country called Halifax.
Halifax, nice.
It's actually horse country.
Yeah.
I love Massachusetts. Haven't seen much, but like that reminds me a lot of Europe. That's like a climate that I really dig.
Yeah.
And you can say you hate Connecticut. Everybody else does.
Yeah. Well, it's
in Connecticut, but I feel like it's similar, right?
It is. The only difference is
it's similar. There's beautiful parts of Connecticut. I razz on Connecticut all the time.
It's 5 times higher to
drive
live
through it.
Well, yeah.
I hate to fucking drive through it. It sucks.
Yeah.
Well, it's
like
because,
driving through a city, but it's a state because it's all traffic.
Oh man.
Yeah, but we have cow pastures as well. But
oh no, I've been to the hills and shit. It's absolutely beautiful. Yep, we filmed in Connecticut.
Yeah,
yes, we did.
There's a lot of like rich, pompous people,
Gotcha.
Yeah, Leo's not one of them though.
No, nope.
He's one of the poor, pompous people.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Go ahead. I'm not going to hog all the questions.
Well, I'm just gonna, do you like wearing a mask and being a bird?
Yeah, I did. I'm pretty outspoken about it. Not being an easy experience. Like it wasn't like, yay, I get to do this and everything was perfect. There's a lot I wanted to do I didn't get to do. There was it was such a fast moving project because they got greenlit, I think, based on that trailer that they made. I don't know if you remember that. They had like this mock-up trailer with Rip Hunter and a couple of the teammates, and then the show was greenlit. And it was go, go, go. And it was a show with 9 superheroes, 8 to 9 superheroes, and then the crossover. So the stuff I wanted to do with Hawkman, I think it's such a cool character. Like so many lifetimes. And I believe it was supposed to lead into a show for Hawk or Hawkman. By the time I arrived, they had already nixed that, I think. But so yeah, there was just a lot of opportunities missed that I was really sad about, and that were difficult for me to give up. But I got to fly around. I got to like be lifted off of the ground 60 feet high, and be a kid just pretending to go pew pew pew.
Right.
How can I complain about that? And it was I made some lifetime friendships on that.
That's awesome.
Which is worth everything. So yeah, I had a good time.
Was it physical? It looked like it.
That was part of what I was
physical. Yeah,
it was physical. But the flying got nixed a month in because Maze Runner 2, they had this big accident with the lead where he broke his face. and that was Warner Brothers. So we got the memo that unless it's 6 feet off the ground and stationary, I can't do it anymore. So that was gone, and I loved it. I mean, it was so fun. They had different harnesses so that you could bank, that you could really move well in it. Nice. And then the other thing is on the TV show, they just sometimes there's these big fights, and I've been a martial artist and trained in that stuff, acrobatics forever, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then it was like, yeah, we just shot that big fight scene with your stunt double because you were in makeup and hair, and we had to do it now. So there was disappointment on that end too. I was like, God damn it. But besides that big fight in the pilot, at the war where they're selling the warheads and all that, and we're busting in on that. Besides that big fight, I think I got to do most of it. Yeah, most of what you see is me.
Well, Hawkman as a character has been like gaining momentum. Like, TV wise, I think we first saw him on Smallville, and then enter you with the Berlantiverse, and then you had Hawkman and Titans, and now in Black Adam.
Yeah,
Berlantiverse is still going strong. Do you think there's a chance that you may come back?
Maybe. Who knows? I mean, I've been openly talking about how I kind of have my problems with it, so maybe not. No, I hope so, dude. I hope so. I hope they do that character justice. I would have loved to see in a show like in the medieval times, like set in a time where that mace and the wings actually had some like definite strong power. He could take out a bunch of battalions of archers from the sky, whatever. And then again, just that whole mythology of having seen humanity evolve, and how does he feel about that? Like to me, there was always a bit of, we totally lost Jeff.
No, not yet. I'm sorry. I had to.
You're good. You're good. I'll just talk to Leo a bit. No, but there's so much to explore that I hope they make that show, and I hope they make a show where they focus on the human aspect. And I'll be honest with you, that's my biggest problem at the moment with the superhero bonanza. There's so much of it, but so little time spent on the human aspect. I'm a bit tired of it's the coolest fight sequences I've ever seen. I'm like, yeah, and then what? And I think Hawkman and Hawkgirl, that story is very rich with character, and they should, whether I'm a part of it or not, but I think they really should give Hawkman a bigger platform and explore his world.
Yeah, I mean, they made him one of the main characters in Black Adam, and hopefully that gives a resurgence, because you are right. Hawkman's an incredible character, and definitely a ton of history with all the what the hell is it when they come back to life?
The Thanagarians? Well, no, that's
no. I mean anyway, living several lifetimes.
Oh, reincarnation, yes.
Yeah, reincarnation. Yeah. My mind is mush.
The reincarnation isn't caught up yet.
No. So hopefully there's some resurgence of bringing it back, because I mean DC's under all new management now, and you have James Gunn that's now head of movies and TV. So
shit.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Yep, they just announced that over the weekend. It was James Gunn, and I forgot what the other guy's name is. He worked on like the Annabelle movies and Conjuring and stuff. But yeah, they're like the Kevin Feige of DC now.
Wow.
So
Leo's full of information.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't know that either. But worst case, I mean, you do write, direct, and produce stuff. You could always do a fan film and do it your way.
I did a fan film, actually.
I'm saying with Hawkman, bringing him back to the medieval time. Really?
Oh, no, I didn't do that. I didn't have the budget for that. Yeah, I mean, just at least the character of like having been around this long, I think I would definitely love to tell a story like that. Nice. Otherwise you get into the whole territory of like what's it called? Trademark and all that. I don't want to get into it with DC about that, but.
Right. Well, that's why you have to do a fan film.
Right.
But then you make no money.
You're doing appearances.
I guess so. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. You can't make money off the actual movie.
No.
But appearances, I believe you can.
No, but if you do it for the love of the character, like you were saying, bringing it back to the medieval times with the mace and the wings. I mean, I can ride a horse.
Dude, you ride horses?
I don't have horses, but I have ridden horses, and I'm not afraid to ride them. I'm not afraid to get knocked off of them either. You know, that was a hint.
Listen, that's part of why I want to put it in the medieval times. I've been dying to do a project with horses, getting to ride some horses and doing some cool stuff with it. So, yeah, let's do it.
There you go.
We'll rent King Richard's Fair.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I don't think they'll give us their horses, but
well, no, you have to find your own horses.
Well, I have family in Florida that has horses. So.
I know people around here that have horses.
Right.
We got some horses here too. Let's combine them. We'll make Lord of the Rings.
The more horses, the better.
We need more horses.
So Jeff,
Anybody out there got any horses?
Jeff brought up a good point. Appearances. You know, have you been going to cons? You know,
I did. Yeah, the first I would say like the first 2 years were great, and then I did him I think for 3 to 4, and then it just kind of dies down. You know, it wasn't the main character in the show, and yeah, it just sort of like fizzled. And I had a bit of a thing too where I was like, oh, I don't want to. There's nothing wrong with it, but personally, I was like, I want to talk about something else. You know, like this is a while back now, and again too because I have such a split relationship to it. Like I am beyond grateful for it. And also, you know, especially at that time, had a little bit of a chip on my shoulders. And you don't want the fans to know that. Not to know that. I'm happy to talk about it, but
right.
You don't want to poo-poo on anything. And so I was running out on holding that in. So it was time to just sort of like quit the circuit.
Right. But being on the circuit doesn't necessarily mean you have to be on the circuit just as Hawkman. You've been in a ton of stuff. I mean, you've been in a bunch of movies that I personally love, like White House Down.
I love that
yeah,
movie.
You promote you and what you've done, not the movie that you've been in.
Right. You promote yourself as the person with all this behind you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that never came up. I had I have an agent that does that. But most people that showed up for it were all, you know, showing up for Hawkman.
Well, that does kind of make sense because it's a DC type thing, but
it was the big, crowd drawer, I guess.
Right, but then they learn about the other stuff you've been in.
Yeah, and there was the random person that was like with the street dance thing, or White House Down, where I was like, oh, cool, like it's really fun.
Well, I mean, another one,
White House Down is one of my favorite movies. Anyway,
Extraction.
So.
I mean, I loved Extraction. I'm waiting for the second. Well, yeah.
That was a fun movie. That was another really fun film. Yeah.
I loved it. I mean, they're talking about Extraction 2. I don't know when it's due out, but I'm like, yeah. It was just a great movie.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder if are you talking about our Extraction or are you talking about Chris Hemsworth Extraction?
Oh, I've seen them both.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So, yes.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm one of those people.
I love it. No, I had so much
flip
fun on
through and I go, what is this? And I'll watch like the first 15 minutes. If it doesn't grab me, it's next. And I watch some really weird shit that way. But some really good stuff too. It just like that with his horror films.
Are you
a
horror aficionado?
No, I just love horror flicks.
Oh, I love them too.
And I'll watch all kinds.
What's your favorite?
Slasher.
Oh,
I love the slasher films.
Say what your favorite is, Jeff.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Well, Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Don't Fuck in the Woods. I'm writing that down right now.
That's on Tubi, correct?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was on Tubi.
Fuck in the Woods. That's a title right there.
Yeah. And actually, I believe they just made part 2 to that.
I heard they were working on it. I don't know.
Yeah, because I actually had a link somewhere in my emails for that producer.
But I do have to say that that's my favorite movie for like total 100% off the wall horror.
Nice.
Just stupid, kill the naked lady kind of horror.
Mm-hmm. Does it have
storyline?
comedy to it, or is it full serious?
Oh no, well, it's one of those. You laugh at it as she's getting ripped apart because it's so stupid. Kind of movies.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a good horror comedy, though, definitely check out Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
I love Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a great. That genre I really dig. Cabin in the Woods, Tucker and Dale. What was the James Gunn one? Slither. Was it Slither?
Slither.
It sounds familiar.
It might be. I remember watching Slither.
I'm horrible with names of movies and like names of people. It's like I see their faces and I see the flick and I go, oh yeah, that's what it was.
There was a new one we saw. The guys at Dark Discussion brought me to it, and it was supposed to be like a horror comedy, but I totally didn't get it. Bodies.
Oh, I just saw a poster somewhere for that online. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's either making fun of like the younger generation, or like I was way too old to see that movie.
We're going to go with the latter.
Yeah.
I watched a movie. It was the 50 best horror movies you've never heard of.
That was a movie in itself, like a documentary.
Yes. Yep, the 50 best horror movies you've never heard of.
Gotta check that out too.
Right. Leo, where can they find out?
Some of the stuff in there that I already heard. Sorority Girl Massacre and that kind of stuff, and that's.
Oh, is that Sorority Girl Massacre? Is that the one where like as they count, like you see the little ticker going up, like as people die, like rings a bell, and it's like from the.
Was that sorority? Well, there's a bunch of them because there's a bunch of those like college fucking massacre campus kind of shit. You know what I mean?
A friend of mine used to work at.
This train is just. This fucking train just went.
Well, you made me remember a friend of mine back in the 80s used to work at Blockbuster, and he would on the weekends he would bring home like the most bizarre movies. And there was a one which I think that was it, where it was like every time one of the girls got murdered, it was like they'd ring a bell. There was like a counter on the screen. It was pretty fucked up, but it was hilarious.
Fucked up. It was Faces of Death.
Oh my god, yeah, I remember that series.
The original Faces of Death, not the new released ones where they cut it all out. And the originals. That, the mutilator, and Make Them Die Slowly.
I just get chills even thinking about it. It was one of those movies where I think I just looked away. I was young and I was just like, I don't want to see that. I think
right,
too real. I never.
Oh yeah.
Did they ever say whether it was staged or real? I hope it was
supposedly it was real footage, and I think the original movie was, but after that, it wasn't.
Yeah, I think the first one was, and then it was banned in like 36 countries after that or something. It's like, okay, but anyway, let's bring that train back. Leo, where can they find out about this amazing guest?
If you want to learn about our amazing guest, definitely check the show notes up above or down below, depending on where you're watching or listening to us. He has a brand new movie called Swap Me Baby, which is available on Tubi. You can go there and watch it right now, but wait till after the show. Actually,
after the show.
After my show at 9. So, gotta get to plug in. There's going to be another
Get the plug in. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. We'll be live at 9. Talking about Black Adams.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask, because you were born in Germany, correct?
Yeah,
and how long did you live in Germany before you actually moved around?
18 years.
You were there for 18 years.
Years, yeah.
Wow.
7 in the East, and then we bounced before the wall fell.
Yes, I saw that.
And then and then to my 18th year in West Germany, and then I went to London, and then LA after that. 21, I think I got to LA. 21 or 22.
Wow.
So you were in London for a couple of years.
And did the dancing there, and tried a little bit of the acting, some workshops, and hearing that. But again, the dancing was more the prevalent thing, and then that got me to the States.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Wow. It just got really quiet. What happened?
So do you like playing a bad guy or a good guy?
The bad guys are fun, man. You just have more freedom to kind of do anything kind of goes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the hero, it's always, oh, we lost somebody.
You got a phone call.
Yeah.
you got a phone call. Continue.
The bad guys are fun. You know, you get to ham it up a little bit if you want to. You get to really explore and do some weird shit.
Right.
There isn't so much. You don't have to be liked. The whole point is you don't. It's good if you're liked. You know, a likable bad guy, but you don't have to worry so much about carrying the audience through the whole piece.
Right.
You know, but they're both fun. But for example, Whiplash or Backlash on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I got to have a mohawk and I got to kind of be just really fun and shitty, and that was really fun.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but you beat me to it.
The fun quick that came out of nowhere. They were like, "Hey, do you want to play this part?" I was like, "Yeah, that sounds great." I get a little whip and all that fight stuff, and then it's just a fun character.
Right.
Yeah. Well, also you made the switch from DC to Marvel.
Right.
See, you beat me to that.
One step closer to the MCU.
Oh my. Oh my.
Wow. I never got the answer to my question.
We did.
All of a sudden. Yeah, I know you did.
You'll have to go back and watch this later.
Yep.
Love that guy.
Would you get a phone call?
Huh?
Would you get a phone call?
I have no idea.
Oh, just vanished. It's all good though. It's great. It was an awesome answer too. You missed it. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, I'll go. We'll get one more view.
We'll get one more view.
So how's the film industry in Oregon, or do you do a lot of traveling? Or
in the land of Oregon, it is it's sparse. I haven't really done, other than the stuff that I've produced, not much here, to be really honest. And we'd like to change that. It's all everywhere now anyway. That's why I moved. Hollywood has become so delocalized. Like Hollywood is just a term for professional filmmakers, in my opinion. You shoot it in London, you shoot it in Budapest, you shoot it in Toronto, you shoot it in Vancouver. Barely anything shoots in LA. So yeah, wherever it takes me, I still travel mostly to do projects. And Oregon is not where we are. It's like hour and a half from LA, real fast connection, and then hour to the airport that gets you around internationally. So
now, how far is it to like the woods?
I live in the woods. If I could show you, I'm on like a 160-acre property by the river in the woods, so I'm like away from everything.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You got any Sasquatch?
I'm looking for him or her.
Baby Sasquatch.
Yeah, you got to find a baby Sasquatch. When you find a baby Sasquatch,
the regular doesn't count.
No. The baby.
No, everybody's seen the regular one.
Fair enough. That was actually funny because the Sasquatch movie was supposed to be what we were going to make first instead of Swap Me Baby.
No, don't. Yeah, well, if you're going to do a Sasquatch movie, don't do a Sasquatch movie. We'll get together. We'll do a baby Sasquatch movie.
We'll do baby Sasquatch movie.
All right, baby Sasquatch. I can see the appeal. Family friendly.
Yes.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe,
We'll set it around Christmas, and then we've got the whole...
We can have the PG and the R. How's that?
I like it. I like
Two
the way
different versions.
Right? Right. But, as he just mentioned, they released Swap Me Baby, which looks hilarious as hell.
Thank you.
For all the people that are tuning in late, because, that's how it is. You want to run that trailer again?
Sure. Hold on one second.
Yeah, this is funny as fuck anyway. I want to
see that again.
How did this happen? He's,
We had the sex.
He's an escort. The condom broke. Wait, you paid for this? I mean, no offense.
Oh, none taken.
I have something that could help you spend the weekend here. Trust me.
Welcome to the Baby Making Podcast.
I really need you to listen to this.
Something to consider, breast milk isn't vegan.
Come on now.
I'm doing all of this for our baby.
So am I.
Taking mushrooms is not planning for a baby, Philippe.
You can see the box?
Give me that.
We are something more than friends.
Oh, this trip is so weird.
I'm a mustached, half-naked French gigolo.
Bound by a border and a magical tether, the box will ensure you must work together.
I can't keep doing these stupid challenges. I would like my body back.
Forget all that. Enjoy the moment.
All I ever try to do is figure out what to do, and I still don't know what I'm doing ever.
Nobody knows what they're doing. No matter how crazy things are around you, it's all gonna be okay.
We are something more than friends. We are something more than friends. We are something more. We are something more than friends.
Oh my god. I have a penis!
See?
Get it off!
Ah, don't flap it like that.
That's
The way
available.
that ends, oh my god!
Yeah,
There's a Red Band trailer somewhere out there as well. It's pretty funny. It is. It does have, sex and all the good stuff in it.
That is
That's
hilarious.
And you know what? To all the filmmakers and film lovers out there, like if you support us by purchasing the movie or recommending it, the proceeds we share with the filmmakers. Once we make our money back on the film, 50-50. So whatever the company makes, 50% of that goes to all the filmmakers, and our profits, beyond that, will be used to finance more projects. So spread the word.
Absolutely.
Totally.
Absolutely. So this will be spread around a lot because right now we're streaming to, I want to say, 19 platforms worldwide.
Nice.
And then this is going to get ripped down for podcast on all your major platforms.
That's awesome. Congrats.
So, well, no, congrats to you. Let's see, we're pushing swap me, baby.
Big dream. If we could be a company, we're trying to push original content. We're trying to push a space where, the artists are free from the mandates and the algorithms that tell them what does the audience want to watch right now, what makes money, and instead of just sort of going, well, what's inspiring you? What do you want to talk about? What touches you?
Right.
So it's really, it means a lot to me to somehow get that going. It's a very difficult space right now to make original content and entertainment that isn't driven by, well, frankly, just profit.
Right. Right. It's driven by love or
Greed.
passion.
You can say
love
it.
and
Passion behind the projects.
Yeah.
And one of your passions, from what I've read, is something called tasting tours.
Tasting tours.
Yes, like when you're in a city, you like to.
Oh shit! Where did you find that? That's amazing.
I'm not going to tell you where I found it.
That's amazing. Yeah. So we Kim and I, who was in the movie with me, my lovely life partner, we would go to a city, pick a place for an appetizer that we knew from somebody or Yelp or whatever, and then once we had the appetizer, ask the waiter or the chef and just be like, "Where do you like? Send us somewhere for the next meal." And then we would go and take an Uber or whatever to the next place, and then we'd go somewhere else for the dessert, and just sort of like sampling around. Really fun.
So
That's kind of a cool way to have dinner.
Right.
Yeah, it makes it a whole like date night, and you have a good time. You get to know places,
It
and
takes bar hopping to a new level.
Right. It's restaurant hopping.
And you can include the bar at the end too, and just keep going all night.
Or as he calls it, tasting tours. So in your opinion, give us one of the best cities that you've kind of eaten your way through?
It used to be Portland. I love Portland. I have to say, before Portland just got whatever happened in Portland, but everything shut down. All the really nice restaurants shut down. And London is really great. London has some great food. Vancouver, Canada has incredible restaurants. Yeah, those are probably my top three.
Okay. Now that was a two-part question to that. So, the best dish that you've had.
Oh man, that's a difficult one. Man,
see, I like to eat food, so I want to know.
I don't know that I remember exactly what it was, but I just love. You know what I love when I can. We try to always like compliment the chef when we like something and like talk to them a little bit. I just love when you can tell that whoever is making the food loves what they're doing. You know, another thing that we love to do is to just at a good restaurant say, what does the chef love to cook? What's his favorite dish? And an answer that comes where you're like, okay, not here, is like, everything on the menu is great. He loves everything. I'm like, that's not
what I'm looking for.
Get it? I'm trying to say tonight, like, if he was like done here and he has one more thing to cook, what would he choose? You know, I just love, I love, you know, that to just sort of go, oh, I got to experience something that this dude or gal really, really love, you know, that they put their passion into it.
Let the artist be the artist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, yeah, I'm here to be amazed by you. Like you're the.
I want to eat. What would you like to cook for me?
Exactly.
Exactly. I'll take that answer. But the key behind what you said there was just like with filmmaking, the passion.
Yeah.
Behind it.
Yes.
You know, so that's.
I'm hugely passionate, and that's what I'm seeking in everything. That's what I'm trying to find. You know, that's what I've been lacking, and then I want more of that in my life.
Very nice.
Nice.
So you mentioned that you enjoy chopping wood. What is there something that you dork out about? Like, you know, we had Bruce Valanche on, and he liked, you know, researching like sunken vessels and, you know, really dive deeping in, you know, pun not intended, into that stuff. Are you a gamer? Do you like collecting things? You know, what?
Man, that's another really good question and a difficult one. I mean, I'm a psychonaut. You know, I do a lot of trauma release work myself. Like I work with plant medicine, so that world.
Oh, thank God! I thought it was that you tie yourself up all the time.
Was it?
Oh, I thought.
What the hell is that?
I thought it was the game. You know.
I mean, there should be one.
yeah. There's a game, Psychonaut.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
I gotta check that out. I mean, I love horses. You know, I just went on a trip into the mountains. I love to pretend that I'm a hardcore cowboy. I'm not. I'm far from it. But I have really gotten into the horses and horsemanship and very late in life. But I could geek out on horses.
Nice. Yeah, horses they're majestic animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that they let us do
horses.
You don't do it?
No, I can't do horses. I went to this place, Hanover. My wife wanted to bring me for my first horseback ride, right? So we get there, and they're like, "Did you ever ride a horse before?" She's all, yeah. I'm like, no, bring out Nugget. So they bring out this white horse, Nugget. The thing had to be, I don't know, 135 years old. Its back was like this. It was all like curved down and shit. The thing, it couldn't even trot, let alone walk. And they put me on that thing. You know what I mean?
But you know what? That's better than they putting you on a 3-year-old. You know, that's just gonna go.
That's just gonna run when it's supposed to run. Yeah, well, probably, but
Nugget. Well,
I don't know. I hope the horse enjoyed it because he didn't seem to.
Here's to Nugget.
Here's the Nugget.
When I was young, we went for something similar to go horseback riding, and you know, I was last in the group, so you know, I didn't get to run to the litter. They put me on a friggin' Clydesdale.
Oh.
Oh my god! And I kicked him wrong, and holy shit, he took off
fast, and they glide.
Yeah. So we've got about 5 minutes left with this amazing guest, folks. So everybody that's in the chat watching, or if you have a question, now's the time. We'll forever hold your peace. I'm telling you, because we're just gonna keep asking them questions and shooting the shit, because that's kind of what we do.
I love that.
If you could do a film with anybody, who would you pick?
Oh man, another good question of the hard ass question. Alive or can they be dead?
Oh yeah. I don't think you could film with them if they were dead. But yes, you could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paul Newman seems like he would have been a blast to work with. I love, as a director especially, I love Mel Gibson. Yeah, I know. There's all the,
Did you see his Santa movie?
Bad Santa?
Yeah. No.
Yeah. The Fat Man.
Yeah. Yep.
I did see it. Yeah.
Fucked up.
That was a crazy concept. I almost did a film with those directors. The new one, The Red Right Hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's somebody I'd love to work with. And then, God, there's so many. Sylvester Stallone. Wouldn't mind doing something with Sly. Just all like my childhood.
I could see you in like Expendables 5.
5? Aren't we already at 5?
No, are we? No,
yeah,
we're at
I don't know where
4.
they're at.
I think they're at 4. I think they're coming out with 4.
Yeah, those are great movies, though. Yeah, I could see you in
What?
that. You do, you could be a good dude that gets plastered against the wall. Yeah, see you later.
The tough guy number 7. Thanks,
No,
Jeff.
tough
I
guy
appreciate your confidence in my ability.
Well, we know he could play a streaker.
Right?
Yeah.
You can hit him with his hammer.
There's so many talented folks. It's like, and I had the chance. I got lucky. I got to work with some of those heroes of my childhood really early on, like Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz, and then Morgan Freeman. We didn't have much in the scenes, but he was somebody I always wanted to work with. Yeah, there's a lot of talent. I love all the Swedish and Danish guys too, like Mads Mikkelsen. Not Danish, but Viggo Mortensen is another guy that I feel like it just again is fun. I feel like you can be like, you want to go fly fishing, or you want to ride a horse, on the time off. Like that's what I'd be really interested in. Like, yes, on screen that's great too, but like, can we connect?
Right.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So, my last question for you is: out of all the things that you have been part of, what were some of your favorites? And I'm not going to make you pick
moments?
one favorite. Yeah, your favorite moments.
I mean, Swap Me Baby is the overall probably one of the best experiences, because I got to do it with my life partner. She was pregnant, so it's like the most expensive home video I've ever shot. And it was just fun. Like I don't get to do a lot of comedy in Hollywood in the studio world. Working with Zemeckis was one of those childhood dreams. Forrest Gump is one of my top 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so just to watch him work was just really cool, to just see how he does stuff. My very first film, Night and Day, watching what Tom Cruise does, how he is on a set, and Cameron Diaz being so supportive with me as like a young buck that didn't really know what he was doing. I've been lucky. There's not very many experiences that I didn't really, really cherish. Yeah.
Very cool.
Good answer.
Yeah. I'll follow that up with my last question here is, out of everything that you've done, was there anything that you've kind of like liberated from the set? Like, did you take home like an extra mace from Hawkman, or?
Yeah, man, what'd you steal from the set?
Let me put it this way. I always want to, but they've made it increasingly harder to do that. I finally, on my 100th episode, got the original outfit that I designed for Carter Hall, which is very different than what we ended up doing. I designed him very like kind of stuck in an older time and a bit more classy, like Tony Stark. And so she was, and they didn't let me have that. They didn't use it, but finally the costume designer was like, here you go. And I did keep one of the jackets that I wore as Carter Hall. Didn't get the costume. I think that's like a $60,000 costume. That's why they're like, no, not the mace.
Yeah, not for you.
Yeah, not for me. Not for me. Oh shit, you guys! I just realized it's 5:05, and I got another interview at 5.
Oh.
Well, I guess
we'll wrap it up. Yeah.
You have fun with that.
Dude, you guys are awesome. I love this format. I love just hanging and talking like that. It's awesome.
Yeah, no, we appreciate you coming over and hanging out.
Thank you for taking the time, man.
So, Leo.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up.
Do you think?
I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. For me, just Google Leo Pond. You find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. But I run the Dorkening Podcast Network. Head on over to thedorkening.com for all the latest episodes there. And tune in at 9. We're going to be doing another show. And Falk, where do you like people interacting with you on social media?
Right now, probably Instagram at Falk Hentschel. That's probably the easiest way to get a hold of me. DM me or hit me up in a comment. I'll check that myself.
Awesome. Jeffrey.
Yo. Stilltoking.com. I'm not going to delay anything. First thing I'm going to do is go watch Swap Me Baby.
There you go. Benjamin.
I second that. First thing I'm going to do is eat and then go watch Swap Me Baby. But, like Jeff said, stilltoking.com. You can find out everything you want to know about the amazing guests in the show notes up above or down below. We want to thank Falk for coming out and hanging with us tonight. We had a blast. Make sure you send our sincere apologies to your next interview. We did not mean to keep you
there. Listen, I would hang with you guys longer. That sounds. And
we'll do it again.
We'll do it again. Yeah, I'd love that.
We'll definitely do it again. To all our veterans and first responders, we want to thank you for doing what you do so people like us can do what we do. Stay safe. We'll see you. We're out of here.
Bye.
Take care, you guys.
Take care.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
What else?